Shalom. First off, I want to start by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. It's all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem in the name of Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone, peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah of the great millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify. And I don't want to make this too long, but I've been paying attention to all these Israelites with this world-friendly view, with a doctrine and a mindset that says, and exudes a mindset of, I don't want to ruffle feathers. They want to preach the word, but they want to make it palatable to everybody. When you really go into the scriptures and you dive into these things, you can tell that the word, the Lord, everything was never this universal preaching that could be accepted by everybody. And now that Jake can see that these prophecies are coming down the line, that Esau's going to come in, that they're going to be made a target, everybody's trimming their way. Let me get that, man. This is Jeremiah 2. And I started 32. It says, can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me days without end. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? And that's what Jake is doing right now. They think trimming their way, making the truth this thing that the world can accept. That's why you have all these Israelites now popping out, sitting there saying, oh, I'm no longer it, because they see prophecies are coming down the past, coming down the road. Like the time of Jacob's trouble, Esau coming in like a flood, persecution. They see these things really about to come and they get nervous because they didn't have any root in the scriptures. They just played the part of being an Israelite. But when you have your roots deep in its truth and you really believe, well, everything that's written you're willing to go through, because you know that it's just one step closer to you getting the kingdom. But there's a lot of people with this insincere faith, and I think that's what I'm going to call this, right? A lot of you, Jake, are insincere bullshitters, right? It says, why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked one thy ways. Also in thy skirt is found blood. Is found the blood of the souls of the poor innocents. I have not found it by secret search, but upon all these, right? And Jake's wickedness is outright. It's in the open. It's in the forefront. You can see what's going on. It's not hard to tell. They put it on social media. Says, yet thou sayest, because I am innocent, surely his anger shall turn from me. Behold, I will plead with thee, because thou sayest, I have not sinned. And that's what a lot of you, Jake, think are going to be in the position of, because you think that what you're doing isn't an evil. You think what you're doing and what you're hiding is something where, well, the congregation don't know you're good. A lot of you, Jake, have insincere faith. Right? When you look at that word sincere in the blue letter, it means what? Pure, unmixed, unadulterated. Right? It says whole, clean, uninjured, unmixed, sound, genuine, pure, true, candid, truthful. Now, when you jump down, there's one portion that I love on this definition, right? And going into the word sincere, right? And it says, walking, it says right here, it says, Watkins has it as originally of one growth, not hybrid, unmixed. Right? One, same root, crescer, I don't know how to pronounce that, to grow, right? One growth, not hybrid, not mixed. And there's a lot of Israelites trying to mix this truth with the world. When the scriptures tell you friendship James 4:4, it says, ye adulterers, forgive me, ye adulterers and adulteresses, you know that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. You see? Friendship of the world. You want to have a league and everything with the world. You want to keep that unspotted look as though you're one of these people out there. You're becoming a friend to the world. Right? The scriptures talk about, well, we know that the Most High is righteous and the whole world dwell in wickedness. So you fighting and you're showing shame towards the gospel in its entirety. Because part of the gospel in its entirety is that Edomites, they're going to be destroyed. 2/3 of niggas are going to be destroyed. Jacob's trouble, a lot of these niggas out here are going to be destroyed. And a lot of people have not made their bed with that fact. Right? That these things, there are certain nations that will not get any salvation, any mercy. Esau, Edom being one of them. That you standing for the truth means you're going to be an enemy with the world, and there's going to be a target on your back. Because what does the scripture say? It says, this is Isaiah 59:15. It says, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. You see, when you come into this truth, part of the things that you become comfortable with is that when you're walking in the right path, right, being in a wicked world, it puts a target on your back. Right? Now people looking at you like you're crazy. Now people looking at you like you're funny. Well, when you're coming out of the same book they say they believe in. But because of insincere faith, you got Jake bending and going in this weak ass effeminate fashion and acting like the Lord didn't deal with these things. This is I put in insincere faith on Google, right? It says, what does insincere faith mean in the Bible? It says insincere suggests that someone is concealing a flaw, making something appear to have quality when it in truth is defective. And that's what they're trying to make themselves out to be. Come on the comment boards, try to get on you, tell you what ain't right and what is. That old nigga cussed me out on the comment board because I yawned in the video, when at the same time, I sit here and wake up at 3:50 a.m. every fucking morning. If I don't get a lesson done by 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm beat. And sometimes it go like that, but I'm trying to make sure I feed the sheep. Right? But a nigga will sit here and condemn you and act like you the most wicked nigga in the world because you yawned. You niggas are insincere. And at the same time, this nigga ain't got no videos in over like 3 months. These niggas is insincere, right? They want to act and appear like they have the quality of righteousness, like the scriptures say. This is Isaiah 65:5. It says, start at 4. No, so I'll go straight to 5. It says, which say, stand by thyself, come not near me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. Right? These holier than thou niggas that sit here and make everything that's not a sin a sin. Right? They appear to have the quality of some type of righteousness. Right? But in truth, they're defective. And every good work reprobate, like the scriptures say. We're not called to be in that fashion. We're called to be you got to be all the way on point. So I'm coming to that view like, yo, niggas are the most, especially Jake that know the name of the Lord or think they know the name of the Lord, any form of it, that watch these Kent videos and everything like that. And sit here and shalom all on the condom board. A lot of you niggas is insincere motherfuckers, bro. You really don't believe the Lord. A lot of and when it comes down to the grittiness of the truth, you want to avoid it. And that's the biggest problem. When it comes to the grittiness of the truth, having to go through that straight gate. Y'all will make an entire doctrine that cancels that straight gate out in order for you to feel better. And you want somebody else to confirm, right? Let me get this one. This is yeah, here it is. This is it. I think it is Ezekiel. Yeah, this is it. Ezekiel 13:6. It says, "They have seen vanity." Oh, I gotta start up. Ezekiel 13:5, it says, "Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge of the house for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh." Right? And that's a lot of you Israelites want to sit here and take away the fact that, no, we have enemies. Esau is here. And he's the same soul as he always been. He's ready to rip and roll. He's ready to kill you niggas at the first drop of a dime. Right? That no, not everybody's going to make it. No, this isn't going to be a whole Israelite community thing. Everybody coming in this at one time. No, we cannot sit and be kumbaya with people that don't believe the same thing. These are all aspects of the truth that you have to become familiar with and accustomed to. And through your lack of being familiar with these things and understanding that these are customary to the truth, it shows that your faith is insincere. Because somebody who would be sincere about this, especially when it comes to Jacob's trouble, having to go through this hell, you would come to the conclusion like, yeah, the Lord always had a judgment for somebody who did wickedly. Yes, Yahweh himself caught hell, and he didn't break one law. So who am I to be in a mindset that, no, I don't need to go through anything? That, no, I don't need to cut certain things off. That's insincerity of faith. Yeah, you look good. Like the scriptures say, on the outside they're white as sepulchres, but within they're full of dead men's bones. On the outside it looks good. What you saying sound right. Right? But in actuality, it's all in deception. This is Ezekiel 13 and 6. It says, they have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, Yahweh saith, and Yahweh had not sent them. Right? And you see a lot of these women that sit here and say, oh, God told me. The Lord sits there and says over and over again in the scriptures, my voice is to the sons of men. God didn't tell you women shit, especially in this time. A lot of you women are the most insincere when it comes to this faith. A lot of women are the most insincere when it comes to this faith. Like it makes no sense how a woman will sit here and act like she's holier than thou. Come on the calling board, shalom, 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 brother. But then at the background, arguing with your fucking man and giving that nigga hell. Can't shut up. Always got something to say. Think everything has to be according to how you want it. Otherwise, it's not right. If a woman was sincere, she'd know that, you know what? She would understand that, that Eve's been disobedient from the beginning and that she has to fight that disobedient nature. But a lot of you women don't. So your faith is insincere. The scriptures tell you faith cometh by hearing and hearing by the word of the Most High. A lot of people, you base your faith on how you feel. It says, verse 6 again, it says, they have seen vanity and lying divinations, saying Yahweh saith, and he hath not sent them. They have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. Right? And they'll make a whole doctrine up, put it out on the internet, repeat it, go through this and that, and wait for somebody to agree with it. And they'll click up. And that's what's happening. And you see it happening more and more. And especially when you see prophecies are coming to pass, Jake is doing this so much more. And the Lord hates a hypocrite. You can say what you want about Great Millstone, man, but elders and apostles, the men on down that followed them, followed the Spirit. Bros have been straightforward. I have not seen a fluctuation when a man goes off in the doctrine in this thing. Either he gets corrected and he's good and he fixes where he went off, or he bucks up and we get him the hell out of there because you no longer represent what the truth is. Right? So a lot of Jake is insincere. And when it comes to Yahweh Shai, what is that scripture, man? It says, Matthew 20 and 22, it says, but Yahushua answered and said, you know that what ye ask, are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? You see, when you come into this truth, you got to come to reality that you're entering in to the death of Yahushua, man. You're entering into that same lot where you're willing to suffer the same things that Yahushua suffered. Some bros might have to get put to death. Some bros deal with bodily issues. Some bros have overly issues with feeling like they're unworthy, like the Lord ain't dealing with them. Yahushua went through that when he was on the cross. Said, why hast thou forsaken me? So all bros, you're going to go through a level of what Yahushua did, and you will understand, you know, what is justified. A real sincere person, it's like a woman does her man wrong, right? Let's say a woman commits adultery. She wants to get back with the man, right? An insincere woman is going to sit here and tell the man that she just fucked off with and offended against how it's going to go. A sincere woman is willing to do everything to make it right. And a lot of you Israelites ain't willing to do everything to make it right, and that's a problem. You got to be willing to be baptized with the baptism that Yahushua was baptized with. It says they say unto him, we are able. And he saith unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. Meaning you gonna catch hell like I did, man. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be with them for whom it is prepared of my Father. Yahushua said this too, man. Yeah, here it is. Matthew 10 and 24, it says, the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? And this goes for everything in its truth. Really think about the sufferings of Yahushua. Did he not suffer loss? Was he not put in a position where his life was in threat? Was he not put in a position where he had to stand against an entire kingdom? Well, we're coming at that same stead, and you got men bitching up and trying to change what is written with what they sitting there wanting somebody else to justify. No. We're called to be sincere in this thing. And with you being sincere, you understand that, you know what, less is laid on us. Like the scriptures say, less is laid upon thee than thy sins deserve. When you have that in your mind, you're like, you know what? I can get through this. I got to. There's no other choice. And that's sincerity, to be like, you know what? I deserve worse. Let me ride it out. Let me thug it out. Yahweh Shemel Shai, Lord will be with me. Not mix the doctrine with the world so you seem like you're world friendly. The truth was never meant to be world friendly. They call Paul a mover of sedition, a pestilent fellow. Yahushua was always getting under niggas' skin to the point where he had to run afterwards. Right? And if you're not willing to be straight up, well, the Lord is going to reveal you, and the scriptures talk about every man's work. This is 1 Corinthians 3:13. It says, no, I'll start at 12. It says, now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stone, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. The trial of that work is a trial of your faith. And right now, it's the Lord is showing where everybody at. And Lord will, I'll be able to be in that lot that comes with a large amount of glory for doing everything the Lord commanded, man. But, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. There's a lot of insincere niggas that know the name of the Lord. Shalom.